Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie, let's go.
All right, listen, y'all. Just go ahead and let the guest play. Come on, jeez. That's better. Where'd I go?
Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. My name is Paulie. Hey. And welcome to a Sunday Slant special. We're going to cover some fun topics as far as news items over the weekend that have been dropped. An old Star Wars news item that was buried, which I'm furious about. And also, too, new membership spotlights. We're going to have a couple new members coming in. But peppered throughout the show are our friends, our loved ones, our co-hosts, our cohorts from the fandom as they travel on back. Some of them are already home. Some of them are on the road. They're going to talk about their Vegas highlights. No lowlights here. We don't want any dirt. We want highlights as far as their favorite moments. I've put out the feelers to quite several people that were there that we had followed, and it's pretty exciting. Who's with us right now and who will also be with us. But my name is Paulie. Please share the link. Let people know we're here, and that'll be that. If you guys were wondering about the thumbnail, let's kick it off with a fun fact here. I follow all things interesting on Twitter, and they just had this amazing mummified photo. This was from a few days ago. Naturally mummified remains were discovered along the arid Atacama coast in Chile. They dated back to around 7000 BC. And I saw this image, and I don't know why I thought of like how maybe people were leaving Vegas. That maybe this is their spiritual this is their spiritual guide. This is them leaving Vegas after all what's left are just their skeletal remains. But they survived. Oh, okay. Let me see. Here we go. Old Bitter Craig says at a gamma. Okay, thank you, Old Bitter Craig, and thanks for being here. Appreciate that. But I love this photo. And I made it my thumbnail, but I did have a couple of thumbnails that kind of didn't make it. And let me share one, and then we'll get to our first guest. We'll say hello to the chat too. But I did have one here that maybe was a little too direct, but it was done in good fun. If you know me, you're gonna know that. Like I'm not vicious with this, but let's see this window here, guys. Okay, did come up. Here we go. Sunday Slant special, new member spotlight. Vegas, who survived? And if you see this, this is This is Jay with from I believe from left to right is it Christy Nova? Then oh God, I get the X-Ray Girl, and then I know that's Steffi at Home Nerd. And someone had done this too, because Jay was getting memed all weekend long, right? They took this they took this photo and memed him, pobrecito, man. But like, he kind of, Jay, you kind of did it to yourself, buddy. You kind of did it to yourself because you were falling asleep all over Vegas. And what do you think people are going to do? They're going to take photos of you, and they're going to put memes on you, buddy. And maybe you did it on purpose. I don't know. You tell me. But Jay, I love you to death. But this is Jay. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's Tug or Christy Nova, then X-Ray Girl, and then Steffi, Stay-at-Home Nerd. And yeah, that was gonna be my my thumbnail. I superimposed that one with the old mummy from Chile. I know, right? It's pretty funny. Maybe I'll change it back. Matt Cave just became a sponsor. Thank you so much. A member, I think they say sponsors. It's like you just subscribe. So, oh wait a minute, no, you became a new member to the channel. Wow, thank you. And look at this. Look who's a new member as well. AFK Bard. Wow. That is really cool. Well, you guys are in for a treat with the channel. I don't know if you're familiar with the channel, new and old people that are here, but we have a killer video up with Robert Meyer Burnett, Cameron Pasha, and filmmaker Kenneth Castillo talking about Kenneth's film that is featured right now. We had a great video, live mariachi singers performing. That has been getting a lot of views. And then I have a very special announcement to make about this Wednesday's show. So that'll be great as well. And look at Raj H coming in with $1.99 sticker, and I believe it is a thumbs up. Gracias. And with your with the emojis too, with the members, guys, they're everything from pistolas, guitars, Aztec princesses, Toltec statues, skeletons, really cool stuff. And again, I do really appreciate you guys. Mr. Gonzalez, Michael Gonzalez and Mr. Gonzalez. Did Mr. Atacama try to meditate like Buddha, but was less stressful on the not needing food front? Oh, dude, really fast. We've been watching season 8 of Alone on the History Channel. Has anyone seen that? Because they're like on day 20 something, and they're all getting skinny because some of these guys they can't find food. They're eating berries for like 20 days. They have water, but man, they look like this guy. And one of those guys was like this Zen, like survivalist. He was off his rocker, not being able to get food, and he felt like everyone was judging him. Like, oh, you guys are gonna judge me. I'm like, yo, don't end up like homeboy here. Oh Lord, man! If you have not, check that show out. It is fantastic. It's called Alone. It's a competition reality show, but it's done like a documentary. These guys are completely alone in this environment, not together, and they're competing for $500,000, and it's like, who's the last person standing? And it's a mind game. Oh, it's all about a mind game. Yikes. Yeah, for real. Okay, great. Well, we're all happy that you're here. New members, new people, and just hanging out. We're going to be here for a little while, talking to different people from the fandom that are literally driving home, flying home. I put out some other invites as well. And you never know who's going to show up. You never know. But right now, let's check in with one of our buddies. He's literally on the road right now. Let's see if this works. Let's give a big hello to Culture Casino.
Hey, what's going on, Paulie? Yes, you are right. I am on the road. I'm in a rough area, so I'm not going to be on camera while I try to preserve some kind of bandwidth. But yeah, we are on the way back. I can't even say enough amazing things about the adventure I just had. So yeah, and Vegas is always Vegas, man. So you do see a few mummies, on your way out.
Did you like that?
It was beautiful, my man, beautiful, and very true. I mean, you seriously, wait. Anyway, we are literally on the road right now. It is like I said. I mean, it's always an adventure in Vegas. You know.
Well, what's interesting, and hello.
What?
I think we. Are you there?
Yeah.
So he's driving in and out. What's interesting about Culture, guys, is he did not post a lot on his Twitter. This was like this is him driving. This is where he's on the road here. Yeah, he's going through a bad spot. But what I thought was what was awesome to watch, right, for me, was Culture and other people that we know and we watch their videos, or we're on panels with them, is to see them like actually walking about, like, oh yeah, they're real people. They have legs. They're tall, or they're short, or they're skinny, or they're fat. So it was really cool to see. The first person that I noticed, because him and his hair just stick out, was Culture. Like, he's like, hey everyone, and it's like, Ryan Canals, or it's Joan 3PO's stream, and and I think yesterday, he actually did have a live stream, Culture, and Drunk was on it, and it's like, oh, you only got 60 people in your chat. I was like, damn, why you playing on homie? Why are you playing on homie? So it was great to see Culture walking around with all, and like I said, our friends, just to see them like being normal and being with our other friends. And the thing, of course, I noticed with Culture is his beautiful hair, and he's got these wild shirts, and oh yeah, he bugged out here. So he's on the road, so hopefully we'll get him back. Now, we haven't done this. Let's say hello to some more people. Orville Nation is here. Orville, hola. Lombardi, 1969. Buenas tardes, Latino Slant. Buenas tardes. Good day, good afternoon, good evening to everyone here. We are celebrating people that went to Vegas, getting these people on to say hello, give us some highlights, and we have a couple of people here already, and let's get another person in. But we do have another member of the channel that just became a new member. The Jack of All Casuals just became a new member. Thanks, buddy. And we hope to get him on and to show off his awesome autographed hat that he got. And there's Bud Boy Productions, a fine member of the channel. Bud, we're getting a lot of new members here, which was great, but obviously not the focus today. Got another fine member of the channel, Alejandro Montoya Marin, who is a really great supporter of the channel. Old Star Wars nerd, thanks for subscribing, buddy. Michael, see if Andre sees this, he's going to complain about the bad American wireless server. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's there are some black holes. It doesn't matter what service you have when you're driving, especially through the desert, which would seem kind of weird. You'd think that it would be the opposite. Okay, so we got a couple more people that are here, and I don't want to press them on their time. So let's bring in Stone Loki.
Hell, brother.
Hey, hell. From Mornings of Mischief, the Loki channel. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. It was a crazy week in Vegas, brother. Absolutely crazy week. I can't tell you how many times Kai came up to me Thursday night and gave me a hug and was like, I love you, brother. I was like, brother, I love you too. It was absolutely positively nuts. Being there with everybody, hanging out, getting to see culture, getting to see Jack of all casuals, getting to see Angels, getting to see Ords. It was not like, oh, well, we all went there to see, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers or Gary, even though we all got to kind of hang out together.
Sure.
It was like hanging out with family. It was like people would come up and be like, hey, I'm yada yada. Oh, hey, it's Loki. Like Loki, oh shit, Loki. And yeah, it was nuts, dude. It was nuts. There were people that were like, I should have known it from the voice. I should have recognized the voice. And dude, it was great. It was absolutely great. It was family, man. We were all hanging out. It was family. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I drank Coke all night. I didn't partake. I didn't jump the shark and partake. I drank Coke. I was driving Nick around, and Nick was knocking him back.
Nick
from Echo, from Echo.
We're trying to get him. Sent him the invite. We're trying to get Echo Base Network. I think you meant Nick Weiser, who I've also invited.
No, it was Nick from Echo Base. I was running around with Nick all week, so it was like me and Nick, brothers to the bone, tearing shit up, running around, hanging out with everybody. And that last night, man, was absolutely nuts. Kai messaged me and was like, "Dude, I didn't know it was your last night, man. It sucks." And I'm like, "Well, I got to hang out with y'all, all of y'all. My last night, I got to hang out with the Words Board, Angelus Draven, Kai." So many wonderful people, Jack of all casuals, Jesse Milestone.
Oh yeah, Jesse Milestone. I saw her singing or something.
Yes, I've got video of that too. Yeah.
What was up with that? Was that like at a karaoke?
We were at Don't Tell Mama's karaoke piano bar. It was a piano bar. And dude, the guy on that piano was like, I mean, he could do anything. He could do anything from rock and roll to old school to it was absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a live karaoke geeks at one of these meetups.
Yes,
that would be dope. That would be dope. So yeah, you were there like all week long. I mean, was it a trip to meet these people that we're so familiar with and like because they don't know what you look like?
No. And people were really cool about it. I know I got caught on camera with Gary, and Gary was like, I can edit it out. And I was like, no, brother, it's cool. And when we were hanging out with Awards was just kind of like, who is this guy? Who is the, he never name dropped me. And that's totally cool. I loved getting to hang out with all of them. And it was nuts, man. It was absolutely nuts. When I got to, hey, PJ, hell yeah, brother, man. We missed you. And we missed you, brother. We missed you. I tell you what, I was like, man, I wish Paulie was here. People were asking me if you were here, if Mexican Iron Man was here. It was nuts, man. And we missed all you guys. We really did.
Yeah, man. It's just the timing of things. And then next weekend for us, for me and Mrs. Slant, we have a big weekend where we're going to be out a lot, so I couldn't do it 2 weeks.
Well, there was a rumor that you were coming, man. The day I was leaving, Slant's gonna be Latino Slant's gonna be at the bar at the Millennium Bar today, and I'm like, fuck, I'm leaving at like 3:00.
Yeah, there was a window, but it didn't crystallize, bro. It didn't crystallize.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could have seen you. It's like family, dude. It really was. It was like a family get together. This was nobody had any issues with anybody. Everybody was having a good time. Everybody was partying. A lot of love to Gary from Nerdrotic. A lot of love to Gary. A lot of love to Jeremy and Ryan and Drunk and. It was crazy, and they didn't treat you. They weren't acting like, oh well, this is all about us. No, it was very much about all of us. I was standing outside the bar at one point just talking, and I hear humble. You want to know who's humble? This guy, right? And I look up, and Gary's pointing at me, and I'm like, me? He goes, every fucking morning this guy's humble on his show. I know, I watch it, and I'm like, holy shit, man,
that's nice, man.
Really? And it's like, no, this was not like, hey, come and see us and buy our shit. This was very much, let's all get together and hang out. And the bar, everyone at the bar, at the Millennium Bar, seriously, guys, they were absolutely wonderful. I think I paid for one Coke every other Coke because they knew I was driving. They only charged me like one Coke for every other Coke. So the first one was free and back and forth. But it was, man, they treated us great. Those girls worked their asses off. Let me tell you something, Paulie. Yeah, there were like 50 to 100 people up at that bar constantly.
Are you talking about the bartenders?
Yeah, the girls behind the bar worked their asses off.
Really fast. I love this comment, and share the link, guys. Let people know that that's exactly what we're going to be doing for the next couple hours. I just really want the different YouTubers who are there to come on and share their stories, and so we can live vicariously through you guys. Because I gotta tell you, and thank you, the Matt Cave, for becoming a member. I gotta tell you, Loki, me and Nina got mad FOMO like Thursday night. Me and Nina Infinity, and because I told her, I might be going. After I had that mad FOMO, because we were just watching you guys on people's different streams. We're like, yeah. Okay. I was going to have people coming in one at a time, but Loki, if you want to hang out, I think I want people just to mix it up, if you don't mind.
Yeah, this is the first stream I've been on since I've been back, since I got back last night.
Well, I saw him making the rounds and getting photos with a lot of people and having a great time. We're here joined by Angelus Raven.
Yo, what's up?
You tell me, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It was great meeting everybody, especially Loki, because I didn't expect the face that I saw, but I recognized the voice. And then just meeting everybody. Me and Kai were in the same hotel, so we like pal around like most of the time. And Kai is like, he's so erratic, but it's in a good way. So like, you never know what you're gonna get into with him. So that was fun. And then getting to hang out with Ords and Amber and Culture, and getting to meet the boss as well was pretty awesome. And then there was Brightest Day and Nick and all them. And then even at the Fandom bar, that was great too, getting to meet, as I like to call it, the Holy Trinity of YouTube, with Gary and Jeremy. And then Rippa wasn't there, which would have made it even better. But
that would have been cool. So who was the first YouTuber that more or less got you in? Was it Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic?
I think it was Rippa actually, because it was during the whole Captain Marvel thing. Mm-hmm. And then after Rippa, it was either Nerdrotic or Geeks and Gamers after that. That's why I dubbed them the Holy Trinity, because they're like basically my introduction to the fandom. And then it's just spider effects out from that.
Right. Well, 32 Flavors was invited, and he says, thanks for the invite, Paulie, but at airport currently, and voice is shot. I'm listening.
I ran into him actually earlier when I was coming to the airport.
I saw him on a lot of people's streams, like, hey, what's up, everybody? Mm-hmm. He looked like he was having a blast. That's great. And that's a big reason why we're here this morning on Sunday. Besides I'll go through the news later on, but I just wanted to hear some of your highlights, guys. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then there was also a moment where it was me, Culture, the boss, Culture boss, Ords, Cashy Queen, and Kai. But we didn't have enough seats, so we put Kai in the trunk,
Oh no, you didn't.
Like it was an
No, you
SUV.
didn't.
It was an SUV, and he volunteered. But he
Of
was
course he did.
hamming it up and making it like we were traveling over the border with him.
Oh Jesus.
Kai was
Yeah.
so great.
He
Kai,
was awesome.
he was so great and so
Mhm.
nice, and he was one of the warmest parts of this meetup. Was Kai going around
Agreed.
hugging people, saying "I love you, brother," and
Mhm.
it's just, man, it wouldn't have been the same without Kai. It really wouldn't have.
Well, that's the thing too, is that that's a lot of people's feelings, because of the, like, whether it's the big guys, all the people in this community, is that we really were a beacon of light for a lot of people, to get them through this past year and a half, and including myself, to get connected, and it's great, man. I really appreciate it. Let's try to bring back in Culture Casino. Hey, buddy.
Culture.
Yo.
Hey, man, I have to tell you, there are so many moments like what Angelus was talking about. I mean, meeting Loki, I mean, that was friggin' cool. I friggin' loved that moment. Plus, Loki scored himself a really cool beanie. It totally fit him. It was really cool. We had, well, of course, the car moment that Angelus was talking about, but there were like dozens and dozens of those moments every day. And somebody just walks up to you, you're in the middle of a stream, and they just show up. You have, you have people introducing yourself, and Angelus is right. Sometimes your idea in your mind's eye of what somebody looks like is not what they are. But I have never met a nicer group of people ever. I don't think everybody was there to enjoy themselves, enjoy each other's company. And really, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of YouTube talked about, but there was a lot of other stuff, man. And the same question you're asking, like what got us started, and that story is an interesting share for everybody. I mean, for me, it was a combination of Gary and Jeremy and Ryan and Doomcock, and Jeff at WCBS. But I mean, it was this unique thing, but it was ultimately Ryan. Ryan Cannell, that kind of pushed me over the top. He's the first guy I reached out to via DM, 2 months before I was going to get my channel started. And then from that moment forward, I mean, he finally responded back to me. He's not exactly, prompt at that, but he responded back to me, and he gave me some recommendations for a camera and a mic and all of that. And from that point forward, I studied the best practices of all of these amazing people. And I mean, Loki's been here for a long time, in this community. And if you aren't familiar with his work, you got to check it out. But it was meeting people. Angelus is 100% right. It was.
Oh, yeah.
I loved engaging more with the people who didn't expect to be recognized. People who have up and coming channels, people who are just fans. And those fans, I mean, they're legitimately hardcore into everything that you do. And like I said, there were people asking, "Where's Paulie? Where's Paulie?"
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding. I mean, I was like, I don't know. I hope he comes. It was. But I mean, I got to hang out. And Nick Weiser trashed his voice every single night. So how he's had a voice like every day after, I don't know how that was possible. But Kai is a wonderful bundle of energy. He's so great to hang out with. Comics Division is just a cool cat, man. Ryan Cannell is a nice guy. I know he, plays the big tough, person.
He has to look who he grew up with. He grew up with Drunk in Germany. He's gotta act that. He's gotta be that way.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. Drunk was everywhere. He was tired for a reason. I mean, the man wanted to get every second out of the experience, and he did. I mean, clearly. I mean, he is surrounded by 3 beautiful women, just sitting around him, and there was a reason for that. And
I didn't expect Drunk to know me, because I very rarely ever interacted with Drunk. And Drunk came up to me and was like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Loki." He goes, "Oh, the morning guy." And I was like, "Holy shit!" I've never really talked to Drunk at all, and he knows who the fuck I am.
Well, here he is. around his bevy of women.
Krista Nova is a great delight, guys. She's a ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
And obviously Steph is just the loveliest person in the world. And
There's also some
yeah.
people real fast. I wanted to say hello to in the chat that couldn't make it. We're invited. And there's a gentleman from Dublin, Ireland. Hola, ¿cómo estás? From Dublin, Ireland, Connor Fuller. Hello, Connor. Thanks
Hola.
for being here.
Hola, mi amigo.
Hola, mi amigo. And the great Gilk man is here, the Gilkinator.
Oh, Thomas Gilkey. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Tom was great. Tom was so great. Tom was running around with everybody, hanging out with everybody. Tom was absolutely wonderful to hang out with. He really was.
He just put in a gift of $9.99. Thank you so much, Tommy. Thomas, much appreciated. Hail, much love to all the panel. Loved getting to meet all of you.
Oh,
I was one of them who asked, "Where's Paulie?"
That's right, he is.
Yeah, looking forward to recording with you, Paulie, tomorrow. Yes, we're gonna record an interview, and he's gonna share his experience because I think it's a big deal. You know, it was a big deal. Look at you guys. You guys are changed. You guys are blown away, and you guys are coming back to your different parts of the country, the world, with this shared experience.
Everybody needed this, Paulie. Everybody that went to this needed this. And there were some people that didn't get to go. You didn't get to go. Nita didn't get to go. Purple didn't get to go. God, dude, in the middle of all that, all Gary had to do was raise up his phone with "as" on it, and everyone started chanting "as," because, dude, there were people there that we missed, that we wanted there. Because this was like a giant family event, dude. We were all family. We were all friends. We were all hanging out. There was no bullshit to be had the whole time we were there. It was nothing but good vibes. And everyone that was there needed this. They did.
Let's bring on another Vegas mummy, and hopefully he'll get some life. But I know he had some great memories. Jack of all casuals.
Hi there. Hey, Paulie, Loki, Angelus, Culture.
Hail, brother.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good. Still recovering from that piano bar the other night.
Oh man, that was so trip. That was
who got to go to the piano bar and who got to sing? I mean, besides Jesse Milestone. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I sang Elvis Blue Suede Shoes. I was there. I sang a little bit. Wow. Jack of all casuals was there. Angelus was there. Kai was there. Jeff from More Class Bullshitters. Jesse Milestone.
Right.
God,
PJ,
so many.
Yeah, PJ, we will have a face-to-face, man. That is a nice dude. I love PJ and Overhill Nation. Hell yeah. So Jack, you caught my attention because of the photos you put up. You want to explain that? Well, I'll go grab the photos right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I was there on the Thursday night, the first one, and I didn't bring anything with me, so I just got whatever I get, and then I'm gonna be honest, I'm shy at these things. I'm not really a very social person, so I just like to hang back, talk to people here and there, but not really go up to people. Just make conversation here and there. But I told myself on the next night and on Saturday, I'm gonna go up there, talk to people, and get the autographs. Just force myself to change, force myself to, be a little more active. And this is the result. The result of getting all these people that I've seen over the past year, and just trying to get something memorable from this trip.
Yeah. Yeah. So you actually did not say hello to anyone that first night, is that right?
More or less. I mean, I talked to Angelus, I talked to Loki, Culture, Kai, Brightest Day, just some people that I know, but not really like some people from my circle, as you can say.
Yeah, we see Jedi Bunny here, comics, Nerdy Home Steph. Those signatures. Oh, this is a cool shot right here. This is a great shot.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
Look
that
at
one.
this. Yeah. Good job, man.
I don't know what prompted. I mean, I didn't have anything like a notebook or something to get autographs. All I had was my hat. So thinking, oh, that's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. No, man. I mean, that's great. I love that Gina Carano pin. Where's that being? So, was that drunk 3PO?
Yeah, yeah. He brought it out to people and just hanging it to everybody.
Wow. Wow. And we got another gift of $5 from one of our members, Daryl the Derelict. That's what I love about this community. Everybody remembers where they came from. No snobby egos. Love you guys. Yeah, man. You know, yes. I want to talk about that for a second, if I may. But Jack of all casuals. So this is a highlight for you.
Oh
This is
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yes, it is. It's icing on a very wonderful cake that is this trip. It's like I told myself I have to be here no matter
Yeah.
what. And I was like, this is like a once in a lifetime kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
was like, because it was like with the way the thing is now in the world, we don't know what's in the future. So
Mm.
I told myself I have to be here. I have to meet these guys. I have to meet these people that I've seen over the last year,
Hmm.
uh, and I had to just be here in this moment.
I mean, culture. That is. I don't know if you heard that testament, but everyone on the panel. I mean, I assume that's how you guys are feeling. But that's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful testament, Jack of all
Oh,
casuals.
yeah, it
Jesus.
was. Yeah, beautiful. And he's not wrong though. I mean, it was amazing. I can't believe how, approachable everybody is. And of course I've met some of these people before, but it's like it's amazing. You're thrilled. I mean, Matt Kadish is just hanging out, right? You got,
Mm.
Alex and the whole gang from Saltier and Podcast. You had just, of course, Jedi Bunny and
Mhm.
there's so many really amazing creators that you just hang out, have a conversation, and you know what? Their life experience is your life experience. But at the end of the day, and this is what I think, I agree with Jack of All Casuals 1,000% here. Dude, I was inspired, man. The tweet I sent from the road this morning is exactly genuinely how I feel. I mean, I only get 2 minutes and 20 seconds on a tweet when you do a video
Mhm.
tweet. And I could not name enough people to make it feel like it was all encompassing, because there were so many folks I got to meet. Clown World Repeat. Just obviously hanging out with Zach and all the Dix Division guys and stuff. But I mean, it was just amazing, and there were people that could only be there for a day. There were people that could, only be there, for a couple days. And, if so, every moment you spent with that other person was a genuine pleasure. I did not have any extended, feelings of regret, right? Some of my regrets were I didn't get to spend enough time with somebody because they had to leave, right? That's the thing. And that's, I guess, I mean, I understand your FOMO, dude, because I tell you what, if I were sitting at home during this thing, it'd have been rough on me. But at the same time, I was inspired. I hope everybody takes inspiration from this, because nothing from every single creator. Do you know what came out of everybody's mouth? People that were fans, we kept telling them, start a channel, do something. If you have something to say something. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was cool.
Hmm.
I'd say another one of my moments
Yes,
there
please,
was
please.
getting drunk and Ryan to do the DX pose with me as well. So since I used to backyard wrestle, it was like a big thing, and it was very epic as far as that goes. But
I saw one of your posts where you were saying the vampires invading Vegas or something like that. That was
yep,
fantastic, man.
Oh
yeah,
That was
Well,
dope.
and and the other thing, he's being really quiet right now. But yesterday was
Mhm.
Angelus's birthday,
It was.
Oh,
It was.
So yesterday was extra special for that dude. And,
Mhm.
Kai, I'm going to have to say this. Kai, not only is he always really a cool dude, but he really kind of really broke in Angeles for Vegas. So I'm sure there's
He did.
stories that will never be told because,
We
what
didn't do
happens-
anything that crazy, but if we'd
Yeah.
have had more time, we definitely would have.
Well, we have an exclusive here. We have
That-
we have a photo, and then Toki Loki's going.
Okay,
Loki,
so
why
on the
don't you
right,
explain this.
on the right, the big blur is Nick from Echo Base, but just to the left of him in the back, that is Jack of All Casuals, and then you got Jeff and Jesse, and you've got Kai in the back, you got Angelus in the middle, you got Ords and Amanda on the left. I don't remember what that guy's name is to the right of them because he was with Ords, and I don't remember. He wasn't someone I knew, but on the end here, the
Yours?
Geeks and Chambers, yes.
Bryce Day. Oh,
On the end here, though, is Brightest Day in the tank top. And when I met him, he was decked out head to toe in Battlestar Galactica. He was wearing like a commander uniform.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And I didn't know who he was. We were at the Millennium Bar. I didn't know who he was. And then I was like, hey, what's going on, man? He's like, hey, Brightest Day. I'm like, Brightest Day, no shit, Loki. And he was like, holy shit, Loki. And dude, it was just that just shit like that kept happening the whole time we were there.
Wow.
And this was my last night here. So it was like we all hung out there. A bunch of us went down the street and listened to this fucking 80s hair band called Spandex,
that was awesome.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
They were called Maximum Spandex.
That's my jam right there, bro.
And they
80s
just
band, wow.
they just sung 80 hair band music for like, and we hung out there for like 30-45 minutes before I went back and got Nick. But that walk down Fremont Street, hanging out with everybody was, and it was this group. It was this group right here.
Look, you'll never forget that. Okay, so Brightest Day here, Kashik
Queen,
Yeah,
Ords.
Who's that?
Biggles.
Biggles.
Oh, that's Biggles. That's
Biggles.
New York Mets.
Yep.
Yeah,
Angelus.
that's you, Angelus, looking down.
Yep.
The man himself.
Yep.
I'm waiting for my Rebellion hat. I just purchased it. And there's our homie Kai. Who's this gentleman?
Experience.
Spirion.
Okay.
Jesse, Jeff,
Yes.
and then
me.
Jack of All Casuals, and
That's
Nick.
you. Oh,
Nick's
shit.
Nick's the
And
big
then Nick's
blurry
this big
blob.
blur.
Yes, he walked right in
That's
front of
so
my
cool.
phone as I was taking the
my
picture.
God.
So
That's so cool. Yeah, I did invite Father Christopher Miller. I know he's waiting for, I guess he got in a tire axe incident, but he is invited, Culture. But maybe if you want to send out a direct link to the stream, please do. Donkeysaurus Rex says Paulie needs to meet up with Jeff and Jesse. I'll meet up with anyone, guys.
and I tell you what, Jeff and Jesse invited
like
us
Jeff.
back to.
I bought Jeff's comic, the Solo, Stealing Solo. So I try to support everyone. Go ahead, Loki.
I was just gonna say Jeff and Jesse, and after the meetup on Thursday, Jeff and Jesse invited us back to like the after party. Jeff comes in with like 6 boxes of pizza and these huge ass pizzas, dude, and bread and all this stuff, and it was just like boom, annihilated. It's like it was the coolest thing, man. These people they didn't oh well you're a fan or you're no it was like family. Everybody was family all weekend long. It was crazy.
Yep.
Wow. Anything else that you guys wanted to add?
Oh, apparently Biggles and them, they don't like my driving because I'm crazy on the road apparently. So they were it was Ords, Biggles, Kai, and Amber with me when we went to Fremont that night, and Ords was like, "You get it done, but you're crazy."
Yeah, that's kind of hairy, like trusting someone to drive that you don't know, and you're in a strange town, and like you're in Vegas. That's a lot. I remember doing that in Mexico City a couple times. I was like, it
was an experience to say the least, but you got to be aggressive in the city. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What else, Jack of all casuals?
Well, I had a chance to see the behind the scenes of these streams that you guys do when Culture, Angelus, Kai, and Orts were and Runner from the other side around Illinois. Do there's I get to see the behind the scenes of these streams. It's like I didn't know how much effort you guys put into doing all of this. So just seeing all that stuff is like wow. I would think it's just a click, 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 click here, but no, it takes real effort.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, no, you're right, and that's that was actually a cool moment. Angelus Angelus and Ords brought some people into the studio, and we're shooting the gaming lounge live from my hotel room. And yeah, I mean, you get to see, how I set up the portable studio with the green screen and the lights and, the soundboard and the whole nine, and that show, I mean, we had a live studio audience. I'm like, I really want to do that more. I want to have people in the studio audience. I think that at some point, having an actual studio facility like John Bartolo has some great advantages,
For sure.
And there are people that don't they think this is like, we just get on here and talk. That is not not the case. I had a buddy call me up in the middle of all of this stuff when we were out and was like, hey man, I need $2,000. And I was like, what do you mean you need $2,000? I don't have $2,000 I can just give you. He goes, dude, you got that YouTube money. You wake up and you just make money. I said, you say that, but I don't think it means what you think it means.
That YouTube money, shoot.
That YouTube money, I'm like, no, that ain't the way it works. We don't just wake up and make money. I know Paulie, Culture, all you guys will understand this. There's a lot of work that goes into this. I don't just get up at 7:45 and sit down in front of my microphone and go, good morning, everyone. I did Friday because I was dog ass tired and it was like 5 a.m. in Vegas instead of 8 a.m. Right. But I get up, I look over the news, I look at stuff to talk about, I get psyched up, I psych myself up. I'm sitting here, I'm like jumping up and down in my fucking chair, bouncing up and down because I want to make sure I can give you guys the best damn show I possibly can. And all of us feel that way. It's not just like, oh well, Jalokis. No, it's Culture, it's Paulie, it's Angelus. We don't want to give you some half-ass bullshit effort where we pop on like Paulie. He didn't put this together and just let us run it. He is running the show. Paulie is running the show from the control board. It's not just like he invited us on here to fill in his fucking content. Well, he is running the show.
And honestly, we're improvising right now because you guys were the variable I can't control, right? But you guys are the whole point of this morning. And sometimes you got to do that, but we have a couple of members waiting. They totally understand, and some news items to go over with you guys. But you guys. I love what you guys are saying and sharing because a lot of us wish we were there. And, I really, really, really thank you guys for coming on right now.
Well, we missed you, dude. We really did. Yeah. We all missed you.
And Cyber Soldier says, glad to hear everyone had a good time. Wish I could have went too. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Great. Absolutely. Go. You were going to say something, Angelus?
Nah, that wasn't me.
Oh, but that was me.
Yeah, it probably me. Let's just say it was great, and I'm really looking forward to these things next year. Like in Florida, Texas, or right back here in Vegas.
Well, that's that's something there, Culture. What were people talking about? Like, I know people are already planning stuff.
Yeah, they are. They are. I can't release any information of anything that I know is being planned. But what I will say is this: it is being planned. There are more of these that are going to show up there, and for good reason. I mean, look,
Culture.
We
Culture.
You can't hear me? Yeah.
Culture. Cough up the information now.
No.
Do it. Do it.
I'll give you a hint. We're all going to hang out in Culture's hair next time because it's
Wow.
fucking
Yeah.
fabulous. It's fabulous.
It is
The
real,
hair,
guys.
the
It is
hair
real.
is
The
real.
hair
Every
is real.
stream I saw,
And
fucking
he keeps
Culture
his
hanging
products
out,
under lock and key too.
and he had these like really colorful shirts and his hair. You're the cutest thing, dude. You were the cutest thing, bro.
Oh, thank you. No,
And I can say that as a straight man. I have no
Kristen-
problem saying that.
Kristen Nova's the cutest thing. It wasn't
Oh
me.
well,
I was
yeah.
probably second place. But no, these are really going to become events, and they'll be like a con. I believe that we'll get more
Mhm.
people involved. We'll have more big channels involved. You'll have more, us, including Paulie. Paulie, you're one of us guys. I know you don't like. I mean,
Yeah.
I am.
yeah,
I absolutely am.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
so,
yeah.
there were a lot of people that were missed. I mean, it was a constant conversation. How come this person's not here? Why is Tom not here? Why is Paulie not here?
Mm.
Why is this person not here? Why is that? And I mean, I agree with what Jeremy and Gary were talking about in their streams about doing it more often in different places, because not everybody can afford to travel to Vegas, right? And Vegas is not cheap anyway. But so doing it across the country in various locations it's a broader reach, and going to where your fans are. There's a lot to be said for that. And I can't put into words. I tried this morning, but again, 2 minutes 20 seconds. Twitter doesn't do you any favors. But I tried to put it into words. I tried for people to get the sense of how much work went into it, and how it doesn't matter what Miss Nerdrotic says. I guarantee you, she had a very significant hand in all of the wonderfulness that we were served up. And
Yes.
but
Yes.
in all honesty, it was every minute with every person that mattered. And I spent amazing time with Daisy Flower, right? Loki probably knows. Daisy Blossom Flower.
Blossom.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and she's amazing, and you get to meet these people. And I gave away a whole lot of my poker chips, right? I saved some for people who didn't make it, like Paulie and Nina. But for the most part, I mean, I think I'm going to bring those to every one of these events. So I'll have a different design for everyone. Maybe a different denomination on the chip or whatever. But that's going to be a thing. I'm going to bring those with me. I'm going to do more now, because it's important. And you always take home trinkets from the conventions. Anything that you go to, you guys know, it's called swag.
Oh
right?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I could have skipped all the swag. I would have given all of it away to somebody else, because all I took away from this, and again, I didn't live stream. I took a lot of video, but I didn't live stream what was going on, because it was more precious to me to be in the moment, right?
Yes.
So
Exactly.
it was everybody needed it. Loki's 1,000% right. Angelus is 1,000% right. Jack's 1,000% right. Everybody needed this. And I wish PJ was there from Orville Nation. I wish you and Nina were there. I could go on for Lorena, Stephen Walton, Sporkin News Podcast. I can go on and name everybody that I follow. And that's 330 channels, kids. So Purple reached out. I know she wanted to be with us, because she reached out to me, and she said, "Hey, do you want to come on, next Sunday?" So I will be, after the Sunday Culture Review, I will be on with Purple Valkyrie, because I want to be. But these are people I wanted to see in person, and I got to see some, but I need to see all of you. So yeah.
Well,
anyway,
we have a very important question from Soul Assassin. Who got married and who lost money in Vegas?
Ooh, I did not.
Anyone get married?
I will say that our first night there,
Yeah.
Nick disappeared for about an hour while we were in the casino, and then showed back up at the hotel later. I will say that.
Well, you heard it here first. Nick of Echo Base Network disappeared for several hours. Did he return happy?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Oh
Boy,
my
look. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So there are people that you rely on in your chat, right? Your moderators, right? I got to meet the great Eric K.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love
Yes.
that guy.
yes.
He
I
was
love that
invited
guy
just right
so
now,
much.
guys. He's been invited.
I love that guy so much. It is weird. The boss loves him to pieces. I can't wait. I'm going to go visit him and hang out. Some in my off time whenever I take that. And he's dude. I met the coolest people in the universe. I met George Moilo, guys. George is an amazing human being. The stuff you see on FNT, with his chats, or even his in-person appearance on this last Friday show, he is so much more than even those things. He's amazing, dude.
Mhm.
I again, I valued more the time I got to spend with these people than you could even imagine. Everybody.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Well,
I talk too much. Tell me to shut up.
no. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. What I did want to do is start um, interacting with our new members. But I think it would be a blast if, and I was going to spotlight them. We're still going to spotlight them, but why don't we spotlight them with you guys still here? And one of our newest members to the channel, she has her own channel as well. Maria T. Intelli is here. Hey.
Hey, how are you? I'm a little intimidated by this panel. These guys are pros.
No. If anything, after this last
Yeah.
week in Vegas, we are all the same. We are absolutely
Oh, for sure.
anybody who didn't think
Agreed.
that
Agreed.
before, that we can all agree now. We are all in the same boat. We are all the same.
Well, I have enjoyed going into each and every one of your channels because I have to say I've learned a lot from it. I've had mine for I don't know since January, but I didn't really start doing much until maybe
Mhm.
about 4 or 5 months ago. But I watch you guys. I learn a lot, and it's good to pop. I'm sure you've seen me pop into your channel, say hi. But it's been great watching you and learning from you guys. Pros.
Maria's a new member of the channel. We just got a bunch of new members today as well. What a treat, guys! But she also just sang on Karaoke Geeks the other night, and wow, what a stunner!
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Well, that was fun. It was really fun.
that would have been great to have our Karaoke Geeks in Vegas. That would have been something else. I'm
Awesome.
telling you. And another gentleman who's joining us, has his own channel as well, and is a member of ours, Daryl the Derelict, the
Greetings.
Vac Cube,
Hello
the
there.
Vac Tube. Excuse me. Hey, Daryl.
How's it going?
Well, you know how it's going, man. We're having fun here.
Yeah, I agree with Maria. This is intimidating as hell.
No, guys, don't let it be.
No.
Seriously, don't let it be. We're all the same,
Yeah.
dude. We are. Yeah, we are. We're all the same. Don't. Yeah.
And Angelus, make sure you don't miss your flight, please.
Oh no, I'm good. My flight doesn't go out till like close to 1. I'm
Oh,
just
good,
here
that's
early
fine.
because I'm paranoid.
Right. Do they have don't they have slots there? So like those last minute gamblers,
I
They
hit
do,
$100.
yeah.
I hit $100, Paulie. I had $100 yesterday. It was 10 minutes before my flight took off. I saw
Uh-huh.
a James Bond Goldfinger. Out of like my left periphery, I hear Goldfinger, and I'm like, what the hell? And dun, and I put
Sweet.
$1 in. Boom, $100. I was like, yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's great, brother.
Awesome.
That's great.
Well, look,
Daryl or Maria, do you guys have any
Yeah.
questions for these guys coming back from Vegas?
No, I think I've learned a lot listening to them. It sounds like something I definitely would like to do for the next year, and hopefully by then I'll be somebody. But no, I think it would be great to be around such awesome people. Everybody's been so wonderful when I do go into their channels and say hi. They've been really inviting and welcoming and whatnot. So it's been nice. So it'd be nice to see them in person as well.
Well, I remember meeting you in the PJ's group on Twitter, and just why don't you tell us what you are doing on your channel and what are your plans for your channel? That would be great.
Okay, yeah, well, I do kind of different things on my channel. A lot of it is I use my voice a lot in my channel, and so I kind of take advantage of that. So I do different things, kind of geeky, doing computer stuff, games, some movies, books, whatnot. But also, I started out as a guest on PJ's channel, Orville Nation, with the review for Orville. And now I'm kind of there permanently. I brought my toothbrush and now I moved in. So it's been fun, and I think it's been so fun that PJ and I have decided we would like to do a project together. So we're going to be doing
Nice.
something called Spanglish. So we
I
can
saw
do,
that. Tell us
yeah.
about Spanglish.
Spanglish is kind of it'll have some interesting topics, maybe some funny, but some just a variety of things. But we want to, I kind of like highlight, bringing on more of the, like what Paulie's doing, the Hispanic culture, and Spanglish is kind of the way a lot of people are speaking now in households. And we just thought it would be fun to be able to do that and just bring more of the highlight the Latino, Hispanic, Spanish culture. So we're all about that.
Cool. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. And because PJ's in Spain, correct?
Yes, he's in Spain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
And I appreciate the time with him because there is an 8-hour difference between us, you know. I mean, he's 8 hours in front of me. So when he's on and it's later for me, I'm thinking, gosh, how is he keeping his eyes open? It's got to be pretty late for him. But he puts a lot of effort into what he's doing, and he's also somebody I look up to and learn from. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be where I am now. So that's why I did a highlight on him with all my when I reached my 100 subscribers.
No, that's great. How many are you up to right now?
About 140, I think 141, something like
Wow.
that. So
Nice.
That's awesome. Everyone go subscribe to Maria Tiwatelli right now. If I don't know what wrenches are here. Oh, I think Uriel's here. Type that in for me in the private chat. I'll get it to him. But that's pretty cool. And I think we can all agree, gentlemen, that more lovely YouTubers such as Maria would be welcomed.
We need more ladies. There's no doubt.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm sorry. I mean, that's the truth. It's blatantly true. But let me tell you, your voice is is amazing. It's lovely. It's terrific. It's stupendous.
thank you.
I love it.
Appreciate
And I will redouble efforts to get you your 100 subscribers as part of my mission, which is the same as Paulie's, which is to get as many people as possible, as big as possible, as fast as possible.
That would be awesome. Thank you for the support. It helps.
No. Well, that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, I know look, we brought up this culture within this group of this fellowship. This fellowship promotes each other. You know, sometimes we don't get along. Sometimes, it's like that cousin that comes over and your mom's like, go take him fishing. But you know what?
No.
You still take him fishing, because it's what
do.
you're supposed to do with your cousin.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, we need more lovely ladies to join us, and
Thank you.
and I'm very much looking forward to supporting your channel. So
Thank you. Well, I just subscribed to you actually, and
wow.
it was a fluke. I saw it on my feed, and I'm like, this guy looks really interesting. So
wow.
I went to your. I subscribed to your YouTube and to your Twitter. So just like before the show. So
well,
let's take a quick little break. I did want to thank my wrench, Uriel, who is also a cousin of mine, for helping me out. What I'd like to do, Uriel, is grab everyone's channel links and get them up. Angelus Draven, Jack of All Casuals, Daryl the Derelict. We're going to spotlight Daryl the Derelict right now. But let's take a little boogie break, and we'll be right back. Because who doesn't love a dancing cholo. I mean, I love dancing cholos. And as soon as I find the video, this is for you guys. All right,
You're
back
crazy,
here on the
brother.
Latino Slant. What's that?
Yeah, I said you're crazy, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh shit.
I mean, did everyone not just have a laugh?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
did like dancing.
I did my job. I mean, you got
Yeah.
a guy who's got a belly. He don't give an F, and he's just dancing. He's just shimmying. You know that's confidence right there.
Mhm.
Had me spanking the planks over here. I was
Yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah. And Maria, we're so glad you're here.
Yeah.
You're all the wonderful things that people have just met you are, and I'm glad that you're hanging out. Another new member I wanted to feature was Daryl the Derelict, and oh wait a minute,
Wrong guy.
wrong solo. Let me see. Jesus, now I just messed everything up.
Yeah, I'm not that pretty.
There you are. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this, and then we'll get you there. So tell us, Daryl, about your channel, and what can people expect, as they sub.
Well, mainly we're a Star Wars channel. However, we've been branching off into just general sci-fi stuff. Like yesterday, we did a 3-hour stream on Quantum Leap, and that went really well. Had a good turnout. Basically, we mainly do live streams every Tuesday and Saturday. My co-host Darth Arlena and myself, we're about to start doing some produced videos to start just putting out throughout the week, and then just do live streams on Saturdays. Basically, when you come onto the stream, we will touch on the subject that's in the description, whether it be a minute or an hour, and then it just takes off into its own life and just goes wherever it goes. And that's what I love about it. I mean, we just get such good conversation going. We just talk for 2 or 3 hours and don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And most people stick around for it, and I really appreciate that.
Now, you did you were part of a fundraiser the other night, were you not?
Yes, I was on Justin is Lost. He was doing a stream for St. Jude's,
Yes.
and we raised over $2,300 in 3.5 hours.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That
Hell
was
yeah.
awesome.
That is
Excellent.
Yeah,
awesome.
the Latino Slant donated, and we're proud to
saw
do
that.
so.
I
And
saw that.
that's another thing. And thank you, Derelict, and thank you for being a member of the channel so much, man. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And Maria for being members of the of the channel. That's another thing, culture, that this and Loki, that this community does, is they rise to the occasion when these big fundraisers, big and small, we donate, we help produce, we get the word out. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
Our outreach is amazing. Being able to participate in some of these charitable events is incredible. The community, I'm not going to say that anymore. The fellowship of all of these lovely humans responds in such enormous ways. But that's part of the tradition that was established by the people that came before us. It's like, there are people that can always use help. There are in any form. And and it's easy. It's really easy with the kids. It's easy for a cause like St. Jude's, but sometimes there's causes that we have to get behind that maybe aren't as easy, and maybe not as not as tangible to some people. That's not as something that they don't realize is an urgent need. And you know what? It's amazing, the amazing community that we have here. So Daryl, that's brilliant, man. You know, being involved in those things is key. I mean, Paulie's a leader in that too, by the way. You know, with you know, animals and everything else. You know, and that's, again, it's one of the things I think that, you know, when you start to do this, you take that on as part of it, the duty that you're doing, and because look, recognizing there's something bigger than yourself is a philosophy that you should maintain in all elements of your life. And so
right.
there's always
Yeah.
something bigger than you, and you know, and your involvement to make that, you know, important, not just to you but others, is key. And again, thank you, Paulie, for letting me talk for like 20 minutes. I'm sorry.
Hey, between you and Loki, I know that if I have to go do a quick break, I'm good.
Thank,
And I
add
love hearing you guys, so it's all good.
to add to what Culture said, you know, it's not just the big events. There's all kinds of stuff that happened when Mexican Iron Man shattered his tibia. Paulie was right in there. Paulie was right in there, penny for a pound, not just financially, but helping. I was calling every effing what are those hospitals? St. Kaiser. I was calling every
Kaiser.
freaking Kaiser on the West Coast.
We were trying
and
to
I
find out
could
the
not,
right address.
Yes. To
And-
send him a gift basket and flowers, and it was Paulie. Paulie eventually he got on the phone and he was able to figure it out. I'd spent like 4 hours calling different hospitals trying to find out where that crazy bastard was, and I couldn't do it. And it's little things like that. It's not just the money. It's when we all come together. Purple sitting there. Purple was going off trying to find him the right gift basket and the right flowers, and she found it. And it was all of us coming together, not just financially, but as a team to be like, no, we're going to help out Mexican Iron Man. And there were some people that messaged me in the middle of all that where they're like, what's the big effing deal? He just broke his leg. I'm like, no, our brother shattered his damn tibia. It was like he shattered the bone. This is bad. He's going to be there for a while. This isn't like, oh, you go and you get your leg wrapped up and you go home. This is surgery and all other kinds of shit. And once I kind of like explained it to them, they were like, holy shit, you know, what can we do to help? That's what we're talking about. Really, it's not just the big charities, and that's good. And it is good for the kids. Everything we can do for the kids to help the kids. I absolutely love helping out the kids, but helping out people in our own community too. That's a big damn thing, especially when one of us goes down.
I just want to say something real quick. My wrench is doing an amazing job. Thank you. But this is the the new link to our new merchandise store. So the My Shopify, if you know, just ignore that one. Here is the new, and it's so new that my wrenches don't know about it. So that's my bad. That's my bad. And two more things. Yes, subscribe to everyone, guys. To everyone, and if and when you can, watch one of their videos, help their algorithm out. That's how it works. Because it's great to subscribe, but if we are inactive members, guess what? YouTube will take us out sooner or later. As far as they'll unsub you. And Dee Dee Myers, who is a general member of the channel. We have 3 different levels here. We have the soldier, we have the captain, and we have the general. The soldado, the capitan, and mi general. And you, Maria, have just became a capitana, so you're my capitana. So muchísimas gracias.
I would have done more, like I said, but I spread my money around. I support others as well.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Where were we? Jack or Angelus, did you guys have anything to say?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna add that, like Culture and Loki said, like when things are people in the community or there's a cause or something, you know, despite what differences some people may have with each other, we all join together and get it done, and that's the best thing about this community. So
absolutely, guys. Yeah, and I think there's a there's a difference between arguing and disagreeing and always coming back. And I think because I don't agree all the time with Culture. or Loki. That's not the point.
No, and it's been like that since day one. Just because me and Paulie disagree on something does not mean we are not like crazy brothers. We are. We just, of course, there's going to be things he sees differently than me, and I see differently than him. I'm a lot harder on Hollywood. I want them to back up the shit that they're throwing out. There's all kinds of different things that we may not agree with, but we still love what we love. We still love Star Wars. We still love Star Trek. We still love culture. But it's the hair, brother. It's the hair. I got you. Culture's listening. Like,
well, let's put that into test and let's put that into practice. And why don't you guys stay with me for our first news item this morning?
Oh,
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Great.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And since we have a big panel, we'll go ladies first after I do some reading, and then just try to like say, hey, I don't know, virtual raise your hand. I don't know, just everyone do your very best here. Let's go with one where I think we'll disagree the most. Right? That's just fun. Oh, you know what? And I got a few chats I need to read. So before we go into the story, let's read an older super chat. Then let me get to it before YouTube takes it away. NB Geeks, let's talk. For $5 says, honey, where is my gangster? You're what? Where is my gangster? He's streaming on YT with Loki. There you go. All right. MB Geeks, thank you so much for the $5. Yes, I am gangster, so look out. But I'm a good gangster. Speaking of gangsters, Mexican Iron Man.
Oh my God.
He's here, everybody. For $15. Wow. And he is a general to this page. Thank you so much. Hail this great panel. Hail Paulie. And in a world with so much negativity, it is fantastic that we have a community where relationships matter most. And he wished he could have been here, but he has a family obligation and he's a man of his word. So he's fulfilling that obligation. So thank you, Mexican Iron Man. Cool, man. All right, let's get to it. Shang-Chi star calls out Disney CEO, release experiment comments. All righty. So there's a couple things going on with this story. Simu reacts after Disney CEO Bob Chapek remarked that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a box office experiment. The upcoming film is the second of 4 Marvel titles to be released this year after last month's Black Widow. It launches Liu into the MCU as a titular superhero, a skilled martial artist who was trained to be an assassin since boyhood. His father, Wing-Wu, the real Mandarin villain referenced in Iron Man 3, he stars along veteran actor Tony Lau, who plays the Mandarin, Wing-Wu, Michelle Yeoh, Benedict Wong, and Awkwafina. It's going to release September 3rd, but in a earnings call, Chapek confirmed that Shang-Chi will have an exclusive theatrical release for 45 days before heading to streaming. This is a departure from the hybrid day and date release of films that were shown during the pandemic, including Cruella, Black Widow. Disney CEO called Shang-Chi's theater-only premiere an interesting experiment. Let me just stop there. Go around the panel. Ladies first. Any impressions or comments right now?
Okay, I think that's I think it's a poor choice of words. I think it's a bit how do I say this? It's almost like a little bit of how should I say, jealousy maybe, when somebody uses those type of words. To me it sounds like an insult, and he was right to probably be a little upset about that, and I actually appreciated what he had to say about it.
Okay, let's go to Daryl the Derelict.
I agree with Maria. It was a really poor choice of words.
Mhm.
Nobody's an experiment,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're referring to a movie. It's
Mm-hmm.
just poorly worded, and basically Disney needs to pull their head out of their ass
Mm.
and figure out what the hell's going on. Like, we all know what's going on, they just don't see it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Okay.
Chapek has been wanting to take Disney to a more profitable state, but then he does something like this, and it kind of just he's stepping on his own feet.
Jack of all casuals.
I mean, I see it as prepping for failure in a way. Like,
Mm.
because like, once the movie comes out and people will not see it, is like, they're like, oh yeah, we just blame it on this happening, like on the it was an experiment kind of thing.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
that's just my point of view.
Sure. No, I that's why I asked. Angela Straven.
Yeah, like Jack had said, I think they're gonna. The reason they want it on streaming to begin with is so they can pad the numbers because they don't ever really release, I think, honest numbers when it comes to that. So they're gonna release it in theaters for the 45 days, and then I think they're gonna try to pad the numbers. And if they don't, like Jack was saying, they're gonna try to pull like what they've done with other things.
Mhm.
Oh, these people are this and that, and you know,
Mm.
but nobody really asked for this movie, and all the villains in it are Iron Man villains. So it's like, why are we even getting this movie at the beginning?
Good points. Loki, Mornings of Mischief.
All right, here's the deal. This is what Hollywood's getting for acting the way it's acted these past couple of years. They have made everything lately about race. They have made everything about gender. They have made everything about all this bullshit that they've been going on and on about.
Mm-hmm.
And now, when Bob Chapek is talking about the way it's going to be released, these actors immediately make it about them. They have made, oh, well, you're talking about us. You're talking about us being in some kind of experiment. Hollywood, this is what you get when you pander and you kiss ass and you make it about race and you make it about sex and you make it about this and you make it about that. This is what you get.
Okay.
Is these actors responding like you are talking about them when you're just sitting there talking about how a movie is going to be released. You have made it so much about critical race theory, about pandering, that now you have to deal with the monster that you created.
Culture Casino.
True that.
Well, Loki to some extent I agree with but here's the thing, Chapek's not like he's saying this literally what they've been doing is an experiment. I mean, you can if you want to take it down the path that most people seem to want to take it nowadays. I mean, you can get offended by this if you wanted to, and I understand why somebody would get offended by it, but you don't. That's poor choice of words, Maria. You're 1,000% right. But it doesn't change the fact that that's exactly what the day and date release cycle was all about. And they were trying to show some profitability by, for the first time ever, releasing the Black Widow numbers. They released less impressive Jungle Cruise numbers, and they're going to discover that when people become wise to the day and date release model, it won't matter how many people watch it. It's not going to be that many when it comes to that in the first place. So like I said, I mean, none of this is going to be something that anybody is going to get crazy excited about. So the film has Iron Man villains, as Angela said, but that's not the problem with the film. The film is about a character that nobody has any familiarity with.
Exactly.
No one.
Let's let's save that. Let's save that. That's good. I wanna. That's good first impression. Great comments, guys. Everyone.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let me keep reading now. Lewis seemingly called out Chapek's remarks in an emotional post on Twitter, sharing some behind-the-scenes pictures with his fellow Asian castmates. The Shang-Chi star boldly said that they are not an experiment. Instead, Liu stated that they are underdogs and underestimated. He ended his post by promising to make history on the film's premiere on September 3rd. He also took to Instagram, directly quoting Chapek's interesting experiment remark. Here's his tweet. And he says, "We're not an experiment. We are the underdog, the underestimated. We are the ceiling breakers. We are the celebration of culture and joy that will persevere after an embattled year. We are the surprise. I'm fired the F up to make history on September 3rd. Join us." Let me just show you these photos. Are these photos coming across? No, it jumped to another window. Okay, well, that's all right. Let me do this. Here's his photo of him on the set, flexing, getting ready for is that? However, it appears that Disney wanted to push a theater-only release for Shang-Chi under the assumption that the pandemic would be more controlled by the fall. Disney's execs didn't anticipate the virus new surge, as Chapek explained in his speech. It is now logistically too late to change the movie's release strategy. You guys want to chime in any more? Maria, you have anything else to add?
No, these guys are putting it pretty well.
Okay. Anyone else?
Well, if they're releasing it to Disney Plus, why is it a problem changing the release date?
Right.
It's their product. They can change it to whatever they want at any time.
Can they do that, culture, as far as like how would that kill their money when they mess with release dates?
Well, you know that every time they move it, in more information, they have to re-promote the film. It costs more money every time they do that. For example, the James Bond film has lost a bunch of money now, not just because of the multiple promotional efforts, but because they had to change some of the shots because the promotional items they were featuring, that you find often in films nowadays, those are old news now. They've also had to pay interest on the film. It's about $1 million a month right now in interest because the film No Time to Die has not been released. So but you also have like some contractual verbiage that is currently the subject of what's going on with Scarlett Johansson. So it's gonna, that's gonna be decided in the future. But I guess we'll just have to see. What this will do financially, but it definitely ruins a film every time you have to move it. You have to re-promote it. Usually you have to cut a new teaser. You have to, and people get tired of hearing about it, and more information about a film leaks the longer it's just sitting in a can. And that often can kill a film and enthusiasm, audience enthusiasm. So, yep.
Thanks, Culture. I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
Nope. Yep. Go on. Loki?
I think that Disney has to get their crap together. Like Culture said, every time they move that date, they are screwing with not only promotional material they've already come out with, but future projections of that film. This movie's gonna bomb. No one knows who this is. No one knows who this guy is. No one knows anything. It's almost like kicking a dead horse at Marvel. They are causing their own demise here. That is what we're watching. It's something I mentioned earlier. You get what you pay for. Disney is going to watch the fall of Marvel because they cannot get their crap together in house, and it's their movie. If they want to release it on whatever they want to release it on, that they can do that. It's their movie. They can change contracts. They refused to change ScarJo's contract because they were going to do what they wanted. They've already proven they are going to do what they want. So whether it's a 45-day release after the movie comes out or not, Disney's going to do what they want, and they have to pay the price at the end of the day. However, the dice end up rolling out, they have to pay that price.
Anyone else before I go to the comments in the chat? Nope.
Nah,
Okay.
I think I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Great great points to everyone. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here, and everyone in the chat. Please share the link. We're just getting into our stories. We have, excuse me, we got a couple of new members with us on the panel, Maria and Daryl the Derelict, and our Fandom Vegas survivors heading on home. So or they're already home. Some are already home. Matt Cave says, I had no idea who Guardians of the Galaxy were, and now it's one of my favorite films. I'm in the same boat with this new film and looking forward to it. Daryl, you had something to say about that?
No, I agree with him for the simple fact that when Guardians came out, I had no clue who they were either. Because, I was never a comic book guy growing up. I was always a movie and TV guy.
Mm-hmm.
So had no clue about them, watched the movies, and absolutely loved it. So I can see that perspective going into this. This movie doesn't really float my boat, so I'm not really interested in it, but I can see how some other people would be.
Cyber Soldier, I find it interesting that the character is based on Bruce Lee, and they couldn't find an actor who comes close to looking like Bruce Lee. Further, he says, no matter what movie comes out, unless there is a huge demand for the property, it's going to bomb this year.
He makes a good point, too, because Guardians didn't come out in a situation like we're in right now. Guardians came out where everybody was going to the movies. People were paying to get in. People were paying for popcorn. And now that's just not happening.
They also weren't trying to push a lot of the stuff through the movies either in that phase of the MCU as well. And now they I think if they weren't trying to do that and we'd have gotten the Mandarin and stuff, actual Mandarin in Iron Man 3 and some more of Iron Man's villains, and then maybe introduce Shang-Chi in that, and then like kind of lead into it, like sort of like what they did with Black Panther in what was that, Civil War?
Yeah,
and then lead into the thing. Yeah. That way, like you get the viewers interested in that character because you give them a little bit of screen time in that movie, and then you lead into their solo movie. But it seems like they're just like wanting to rush now. Like it's like the MCU is good because they took their time and developed everybody through 20 some movies or whatever. And now it's like we gotta quick get this out, gotta get it out. It's like you can't do that. You gotta take your time and pace yourself, and to make a better product. And it seems like they're just like, well, because of everything with the pandemic and everything happening, we just got to make our money back. So let's just throw it out there. And if it sticks, it sticks. If not, oh well.
That's the problem DC Universe had. That is the problem the DCU had, was they tried to throw everything at a wall and make it stick. And Paulie, brother, I've got to run. I am so sorry I cannot hang out longer, brother. I would love to, but I got to get some shit ready for tomorrow. Brother, I love you. I love everyone on this panel. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for getting me to talk about Vegas. I'll be talking about it tomorrow with my buddy Zero in the mornings. But guys, have a great one. Be excellent to each other, and I'll catch you guys later.
Take care,
Loki.
Take care, Loki. His link is in the chat, and if you haven't subscribed to him, please do so already. Okay, my take on this. Wow, a lot of great points, everybody. First of all, and thank you guys for being in the chat. There's a few things as far as with culture and Loki, all you guys are saying, that this seemingly phase 4 is becoming clear that they don't know what they're doing, that they're definitely pushing a lot of agendas before story. And coming from a channel that is about celebrating and excited for Latinos in entertainment, I want it done right. Okay, that's one thing. So and all you guys brought up some great points, because we don't know this IP like some of maybe like Clobberin or Angelus might, or some of you guys that really know comic books. What we do know is that this was created in the 70s. He looked like Bruce Lee. I want someone that looks like Bruce Lee, that has the charm and charisma like Bruce Lee. That's one thing. Tony
They got
Lau,
the guy
who's
from Once Upon a Time in New Mexico. If they want somebody that looks like Bruce Lee.
I mean, yeah. Another thing is with this lead, for me, what's problematic is that he doesn't grab me. He's not half as charming or charismatic as the person playing his father, Tony Long, who is an amazing actor, who reeks of charisma. I wish maybe Tony was 10 years younger. He would be the lead of this role. He's absolutely, and that kind of makes, that really helps get a new IP out there. Is, I could be wrong, right? I'm going to see this film no matter what. I'm a martial arts fan. I'm a martial arts myself. But you know, you need that Chris Pratt. You need that. You know, you had Captain America, who's a great IP, but people have problems with his casting at first. Chris Evans, right? But he proved everyone wrong. Now it's like you can't imagine him not being Cap. So I'm having a problem just from what I've seen as this actor, as the role, right? And I'm not even talking about what his statements, right? So that's and if I'm having a problem with that, the general audience is just not going to, they're not going to care to see this movie. And I think Disney sees the writing on the wall with that. So, you know, like what you guys were saying, they're already, you know, bracing for impact. You know what I mean? Now, finally, I will say with this, with Simu Lau, or I forgot, and pardon me if I'm saying his name wrong, coming out and making these statements. I'd imagine, Culture, this was filmed, what, 2 years ago?
Well, this has been in the can over a year. And
At least,
you know, yeah, and Black Widow was in the can almost 2 years. But it's
at
just
least.
it's when they get these release dates wrong that that really screws up the next film. See, if they move this film, they're moving 4 other films, right? I mean, in Sony, you know, just the other day moved Venom. Like I said, I mean, any kind of momentum they had been building up is now going to be lost, and that's, you know,
Right.
but it's bigger than that. Nobody knows the IP. It's not true to the IP. And I don't care if you change a character type. I mean, they did a great job with it when they were changing up different parts of different films. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy is not representative of what it was in the comics, right? I mean, it was, you know, a different take on that same thing. But as Angela said, they have not built anything to go with this. They again, Iron Man was like lightning in a bottle to start off, you know, phase 4. The first Disney phase, or the first phase before Disney, because it was 2 films by Paramount before it became Disney's thing. But they've not done that. There's no establishment of this character, and they wasted the Mandarin in a previous film. So it's just, you know, the character of his dad, Shang-Chi's dad, is completely different than it is.
Yeah, Wild Wing.
His motivation's completely different. And, you know, yeah, and it's just like I said, I have my own issues with this, but financially, you were right, and you said they are preparing for, you know, bombs away. They are 100% prepared for bombs.
And that just goes to my.
So it's
that goes to my point though with what this actor says. I mean, and I've seen other YouTubers already call him an idiot, calling him this, calling him that. I think your guys who have done that are completely wrong, and here's why.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, let me just get my point across. Let me just get my point across.
No, sure.
Imagine waiting on a product that you put your life into. You're the lead, you're this, you're that, and then you got the added pressure of being the Asian this, being the Asian that. You're waiting. You keep your movie keeps getting pushed back. It's getting pushed back and screwed around with, and this and that, and changing this and that. Finally, you get your release date. You get this, and you're promoting it, and you're just, you know, you're 100% about it. And then this report comes out. They're already bracing for impact. You ain't getting the streaming release, bro. You're getting 45 days in the movie theater. That is like right now, that is instant death. I actually commend this actor for stepping up and being loyal to his product. I hope he's right. I hope that they are the underdog and it's such a kick-ass film and it's entertaining that for his sake, because I know what it takes for an actor to and not even like a lead to put in your heart and soul and your money just to be ready for an audition. Mrs. Slant, she's got to pay for this, pay for that, just so she can look proper, just to audition for something where she's trained in as an actor. She hasn't even gotten the role, and she's put in hundreds of dollars behind her just for that audition. You got to pay also to have someone professionally record you. That's like the big thing right now, and she got this one job recently, and it's for a huge TV show. She's getting ready. She's doing this. She's paying for that just so when she gets to the set, she can look like $1 million. It's not, I'm just giving you my little insight, folks. My small little insight to what actors have to do with. And I'm not talking about the political stances. That is completely separate. I'm with you guys most of the time on political stances. I don't want to hear it. I want to be entertained, right? But for this actor to say, we're the underdogs, we're this, we're that, it's like, you know what? You ain't wrong, brother. I hope you prove them wrong. Them being your own Disney bosses. I don't got any problem with you, lead of the movie. I got a problem with you, leader of Disney, who completely have screwed the fans for many projects now, right? And this phase 4 just is this god awful. I mean, Black Widow wasn't bad, but it's pretty forgettable. Florence Pugh is pretty. She's remarkable no matter what. So that's my take on it. Culture. Anyone on the panel wants to chime in?
I think if it was in a different light politically, I could see. I agree with it being an underdog, but I think if people were looking at the MCU in a different light right now, like if they weren't trying to push everything, people would be more accepting of this movie coming out, and it wouldn't necessarily be, as they want to say, an experiment, because people would be about it. But I agree with you to a point, Paulie.
Sure. I think Maria has to take off. If we could see your lovely face before you have to leave. And just great having you here.
Thanks for having me. I have to go see my mama. But yeah, thank you so much for having me. Wonderful to be on the panel with such wonderful people.
No, thank you. And
nice meeting you.
Yeah, her link's in the chat, and we'll see you soon, Maria.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Appreciate it.
Bye.
You too.
All right. Anyone else before I want to get to some quotes, some comments?
Yeah, I was noticing, you may have already seen this and want to highlight it, but Glisner in the chat brought up something about the first Iron Man that exactly. It had already established actors coming into it, so you were excited to see what they were going to do. But this movie, just like, okay, who are these guys?
Yeah, and me and Clobbering Times have done 2 breakdowns of the 2 trailers, and he's coming from the comic purist perspective. I'm coming from as a cinematic, fanatic. Cinematically, I want, like I was telling you guys, I think Tony Lau is an amazing actor, and he plays the father in this role in this movie. I think the leads are completely, from what I've seen in the trailer, they're not grabbing me like like these other films. Like, I think for me the best example would be a Chris Pratt. Like, even though he was Parks and Recs, he really wasn't coming in as a action hero yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So charismatic, and so funny, Chris Pratt. But yeah, that's good. Cyber Soldier says Michelle Yeoh is the only star I know in the movie. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh is great. Oh, who just bounced out? Is that Culture?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. This movie, unfortunately, is a pawn of chess between Feige and Chapek. God. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm trying to just think my words. I think what I don't get from this film is the passion. You know, like the passion to make this movie. You gotta have good people to come in and see this movie because after Endgame, it felt like a closure to the MCU. You know, like it was done for. You really didn't need to see anything else. So now you're starting over, and you're starting over with people you don't know. So that's kind of a hard thing to come into and just see this film and just try to carry over from whatever Endgame was.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think we're all kind of agreeing here, you know, that Phase 4 is a mess. Is a mess. Got Fat Elvis and hail Fat Elvis. First of all, how you doing, brother? You're gonna win this race for us? We're gonna win this race.
Lemonade. That cool refreshing drink. Love that show.
The best. Hollywood only has itself to blame. Zero interest in Star Trek convention. No YouTube videos. Rolling eyes. Bad father. I don't know what the bad father was. That something I said? But no, I mean they really are blaming themselves right now, as you know, as in the bracing for impact on this loss. So and it doesn't look like it's what I did hear from the quarterings video is that Marvel's success right now, if they have any, is from their television shows. That those ratings wise seem to be very popular, more than the movies that are coming out. What do you guys think on that?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just trying to think here.
Well, for me, the TV shows, you know, WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. WandaVision started off slow, kind of picked up, and then just completely fell flat for me. Falcon and Winter Soldier I was looking forward to. It started out good and then just slowly just fell off the cliff. And I was like, well, the ratings may have been good, you know, at different points in those shows, but at the end of both of them, for me personally, it just fell flat. I was just like, okay.
Angelus Draven has to head out. I'm looking for your link, buddy. You want to let people know what's going on, and thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts about what I think they should have done with the TV shows. So like they could have done like character building and stuff with the shows. Like they had an opportunity to do that. I feel like and they missed the mark with it. Like WandaVision was good until like the end, and it just kind of missed the mark. But like with these new movies just kind of dropping, they could have introduced these guys in like a smaller capacity in those shows and given them the background information and all that stuff about them and then release their movie. But they kind of missed that opportunity, and I'm basically done with the MCU. I kind of dipped out after episode 3 of Winter Soldier just because of all the messaging they were trying to push in that, and I just got sick of hearing it. So
yeah,
but yeah, so I basically wash my hands of the MCU until they like I'll sail the high seas if I have to see some of the stuff just to form an opinion. But other than that, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure, Paulie, and thanks Jack of all trades. Great meeting you. And
nice to meet you.
And yeah, have a
Nice to meet you, man.
day. Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Hey, safe travels and safe
Thank
travels
you.
to everyone. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. We'll see you soon, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, brother. And there's Angelus Draven's YouTube channel link. Everyone, please subscribe. And I almost missed this one. My Clay Key Tacos. Someone help me out here.
Mike K likes tacos.
Michael likes tacos. Hey, look at that. Look, that's why you're here. For $9.99. Culture. Thanks for the poker chip. Daryl, you would need two there. You would need two there next time. Naked ladies on the wall.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
I'm already there.
That's all you had to say.
What can I say? Mike knows me.
Oh, okay. Well, who doesn't like tacos? I mean,
Mm.
I think I need to go after this. I'm gonna go have some tacos, man. But I don't know if I've seen you on the channel before. It seems that we're having a lot of new people stop on by today. Thanks for being here and thanks for the super chat. You know what? Let's thank everyone who's thrown a super chat out to us today. Let's thank you properly. My Theo wants to give you guys a scream. Eso, 100% mexicano, cabrones. Oh man, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Oh yeah, have not. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Uriel likes
Nice.
burros.
Burros o burritos?
Well, a burro is a burrito.
True.
I love my cousin, man. We had such a good meal. I was in our hometown a few weeks ago. Now I'm like really hungry.
Oh, to answer your question, Connor, straight
Yeah.
out of shape.
Let's get a
Straight
out of
out of shape.
That's great, guys. That's great. Why don't you guys plug your channels? I am going to let you guys go, and I'm going to hit these last two items and wrap it up. But we're still going to be hanging out. So why don't you plug your channel while you're spotlighted, Daryl?
Okay. My Star Wars channel is the VacTube. Wow, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like I had background music for a second. Yeah, it's called the VacTube. It's right there on my name. If you go to Daryl the Derelict YouTube, it's on that page, so you can go and subscribe to that. If you subscribe to Daryl the Derelict channel, you're going to be disappointed.
Oh my God.
That was my first channel. I started I'd come home, have a few drinks, and record myself singing. So
is this the right one right here or no?
that I don't know.
Well,
I mean, if it is going to my main channel, my Star
Right.
Wars channel is on there, so you just scroll down and find it
okay.
and go to
Well,
that.
brother, great having you here, man. And it was
Thank
cool.
you,
You got to
Paulie.
do a couple stories with us.
Yeah, I loved it. I had fun. And because of your karaoke and stuff like that, it's inspiring to revamp my main channel and do some more music.
I just noticed your books. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. I just did a Star Wars toy. I'm doing a Star Wars toys video every Saturday now.
Oh,
So
wow.
I just put that one up yesterday. It was I got a box of the Taco Bell toys from 1999,
Oh,
and I'm
nice.
slowly putting them together. You'll see.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, brother. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you
And
for having me, man. I appreciate it very much.
of course, man. And Jack of all casuals, brother. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you. It's it was just I didn't know what was gonna happen, so it kind of got me off guard. You know, it's like I was just sharing out a little photos from the Vegas meetup, and so just to show everybody what a good time I had over here.
Yeah.
And so I did not expect this to happen at all. You know, but my name is Jack of all casuals. Originally, this channel was just a channel to say hi to the chat and then send super chats to people. But now because it's this meetup, I'm thinking of trying to start actually go into it. And
Do it.
I wanna just start doing something because I talked to Gary about it and said like, well, you don't have to have all this fancy stuff or the good mic, the camera like that. So long as you have a laptop and you just start. You just have to have a passion for it, for whatever you want to do.
Yeah, Jack, you got to have fun.
Hmm.
Make sure you're having fun, because there's
Hmm.
times, and Loki always reminds me, because we're grinding, and it's like I got to make sure I'm having fun. So I actually for me, I got to make sure I'm not doing too much. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But no, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see what you're gonna do in your channel.
Yeah, I already got some ideas. So hopefully, when we get back home, I'll get started on that. But before you fit me off, I want to show you a little exclusive.
Oh, okay. What do we got?
You got this. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Uh,
Nice.
yep.
Hey, geek tears.
Yep.
I
Uh,
love it, brother.
I don't know how I got this. It was just like this. I said like the hat, and it's another icing on this wonderful cake that's been the meetup. You know.
Jack, I'm so glad that you made it to Vegas and that you came on my channel to share that, dude. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right,
Nice
guys,
to meet you, Jack.
I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I will see you we will see you guys on the next show. Peace out, Daryl.
Peace out. Thank you.
All right, and
Yeah,
take care,
Paulie.
Jack. Take care. Wow. Oh my God, that mug is incredible. You're right, the Mad Cave, and you are a member of the channel. New members and existing members that have been, make sure you email me latinoslant@gmail. I need to get you your discount codes for the merchandise page. We have our new merch page. The stream is not done yet. I have a couple of more news items, but we did our Fandom Vegas portion. So Connor, yeah, if you're new to the channel, every Wednesday night, it's a live interview show that I do with different people, filmmakers, other YouTubers. We had a live mariachi female singer on last Wednesday, and she was amazing. She was amazing. That video is up. We did merch. We did a beautiful members only stream with Robert Meyer Burnett and Cameron Pasha and a filmmaker. That video is up now to everybody. So let's say hello to a couple of people, and then I'm going to go into my next. I have two stories for you guys, and then we'll wrap it up. Thanks again. Oh, Jack of all casuals, you are a new member. That's right, dude. Thank you. Make sure you guys email me. I want to get you guys the discount code for the merch store, and we're always doing some fun stuff here. I guess I should drag myself out of the hotel room. Need taco. Oh, so you're in Vegas too. I think I missed that. That's great. Thank you. Stream, great panel discussion. TZ Canadian. Haas is here. Hello, Haas. Boz is here. On top of not liking the actor's attitude, I just don't think like the Shang-Chi's actor's face. I think that's the comment in the chat of the day. I have to say, Boz, you know what? I know what you mean. I'm still gonna stick by my statement. I appreciate homie being that actor being loyal to his movie. You gotta appreciate that. Now that's a whole nother thing you bring up. And that's kind of funny. And I think we got another new member, Cyber Soldier. Oh my God, how many new members today can we have? Wow. Muchísimas gracias, Cyber Soldier. Wow. He does look constipated. Woo! Oh my God. Okay, listen. Let's play this video for all the new members today. This is for you guys. Oh, thank you guys to all the new members. This is the Latino Slant. We cover entertainment, art, and culture from the Latino world, the perspective, but a lot of other things as well. A lot of great things, and we have live concerts here, musicians, actors that come in, giving insight to their careers, and I really appreciate you all as well. So let's check in with the chat really quick. Much love to you all. And thank you once again. Thank you, Didi Myers. Thank you, Cyber Soldier. Thank you, Uriel. Welcome all new members. Yeah, wow. That is pretty awesome. Okay. Let's get to our next story. And we're here for a little while longer. It's a special Latino Slant on a Sunday, and I have a big announcement to make in regarding our Wednesday night show. It's going to be pretty special, so stick around for that. Let's bring this up. And let's go. Yeah, we'll go big and small. So David Ayers' cut gonna be released. David Ayers' Suicide Squad Air cut didn't test better than DC's cut, producer says. In a rare occurrence, test audiences liked Ayers' cut the same as the studio's cut. This came out yesterday on GameSpot.com. DC Universe producer Charles Roven, who's had a hand in both Suicide Squad films as well as other DC titles like Justice League and Wonder Woman, has spilled the beans on the Ayers cut of Suicide Squad. The producer explained that when David Ayers' preferred cut was shown to test audiences against the studio's preferred cut, audiences liked both the same. Afterwards, David Ayer released a statement discussing his experience with the Suicide Squad. The Hollywood Reporter asked Roven whether he had seen the fully mature edit by Lee Smith that Ayer referred to. And here's what he said. When the studio was hoping to replace David Gilroy, the original editor, we suggested Lee, Roven explained. He was one of the truly great editors. He was charged with trying to take a significantly different approach, but not only changed the tone of the movie with his work, clearly from what David was saying, that was in the version that he liked the best of all the versions. He also confirmed that there was a lot of conflict between what the studio wanted out of the cut and what Ayer wanted, requiring both parties to negotiate towards the final cut. When it came to test audiences, Roven said that Ayer selected an edit most matched his vision, but also clarified that the edited use for that test was not Lee Smith's. Wow, sounds like a lot going on here. It was somebody else's, quote, it was somebody else that came in. The studio version was also different editors as well, Roven explained. We tested both versions. They tested exactly the same. Because they tested exactly the same, David and the studio and ourselves, meaning Rich and I, the heads of DC, that at the time, Onberg and Jeff Johns, we all sat in the room and tried to come up with what we thought would be the best of both versions. Okay. While Suicide Squad was a box office hit, it was widely panned by critics. The new Suicide Squad by James Gunn boasted an aggregate score of 72 on the GameSpot sister site Metacritic. Now, you guys already might know about this article, but why am I reading this one? Because David Ayer went to Twitter on this article, and I want to bring that up because I am a huge David Ayer fan. Tax Collector, Fury, he wrote Training Day, End of Watch. This man, bright. This man knows how to make a film, and I have been following him actively on Twitter. Let's bring him up. And here's what he has to say in regards to the GameSpot. No, wrong. Stop. The cuts tested were the studio cut and my version of the studio cut. This was literally the bat cut. Smiley face. Wow. Then there's a couple of comments here I think are interesting. Knowledge to the key is the key to power, says so at David Ayers. How many versions of your Suicide Squad exist? Will it change on how people feel about Leto's Joker? Do any of the other characters get expanded upon? The film you released made bank, and that's all that matters in Hollywood anymore, so just drop it. Yikes. Winter Bear says, only one can believe in the possible release and draw conclusions about it. So for what we say, release the air cut about your first question. C, trailer park cut. D, the air cut, which is the Stan Lee edit, which is what we're asking for. Release the air cut. So again, oh, wait a minute. Hold on here. Was this tweet deleted just right now? David, did you delete this? I'm seeing this right here below. This tweet was deleted by the tweet author. Learn more. Okay, well, we have this. We can stamp it. Let's go to his page. Let's see if he didn't. Because, I mean, that would be a trip. Nope, it's still there. It's still there. Maybe one of the tweets. Okay, maybe I'm still seeing it. Let me know if you guys see it. But David Ayers basically reacts saying, no, wrong. Stop. The cuts tested were the studio cut and my version of the studio cut. This was literally the bat cut. Smiley face. All right. Well, I want to see that cut. I have to admit, after the Snyder cut, after that coming out, I really enjoyed it. I didn't mind the first one, Suicide Squad, and I'm just getting through the next one. I want to see if there's something different, right? We all should be able to see that. Let's see what you guys have to say about this in the chat here. Cyber Soldier. These are the same producers that Ayers' cut was horrible and good amount of people enjoyed it. Yeah, it's really like, the people are, Matt, the Matt Cave. My favorite director's cut of all time is Richard Donner's cut of Superman 2, far superior to, yeah, and that's really, what did you think of the Snyder cut? I'm curious, Matt Cave. I agree, Glinsner says, I agree, with the exception of changing the line, would you care to step outside, or haven't you heard of freedom of the press? Oh, that's from Superman 2, yeah. Haven't seen the new Suicide Squad, but I'm going to see it. Yeah, we're just getting through it. It's a kick-ass good time so far. It's different in the timeline and storytelling, but the deleted tweet still has an active reply. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, anytime that David Ayers tweets, I mean, I follow his Twitter actively, and especially with the new Suicide Squad, he's been very vocal, and I'm just curious as to where that air cut is. If I think it would make money. I think it would get a lot of press on HBO Max. That's all I'm gonna say. I think air cut is coming soon. Some of the things David is doing similar to the Snyder cut before the version of the movie was announced. Yeah. I heard it was good. Turn off your brain, eat popcorn. Yeah. Talking about the one that's out right now. Yeah, absolutely. It's I love popcorn flicks. It's good. It's good to follow these directors and you see their passion. It's good to see their passion again, to be something that you really believe in, and want the general public to be a part of, to witness. The Matt Cave says, I really enjoyed the Snyder cut of Justice League. It felt more like a complete story. It was a better follow up to the Man of Steel and the extended edition of Batman versus Superman. I completely agree. I've seen the Snyder cut now like 3-4 times. I love it. I absolutely love it. And Mexican Iron Man is a huge Snyder cut. So yeah, I'd say release the Air cut big time. I want to get behind this. I want to get behind. If you guys haven't, I highly recommend The Tax Collector that he did last year. He wrote and directed. We've reviewed that movie here on the channel. Check out that review. We've had 2 of the actors now from that movie on the channel. Check out their interviews. Chelsea Rendon and Noemi Gonzalez, who are in that movie. The Tax Collector kicks a lot of ass. Okay, I got one more for you, and then we're going to really wrap it up. And again, I want to thank all the Vegas fandom people that came on by, and you guys were just a treat, man, to share your stories. That was pretty awesome. Oh, you know what? Douglas Nelson, who's a member of the channel. Let's get he does artwork, like he does the Photoshop and artwork. Let's get this really quick because we're finishing up this story about the Air cut. He sent this to me on Twitter just right now, or a few minutes ago. This is pretty dope. Release the Air cut, Suicide Squad. And yeah, you got it. So in the Air cut, see what's really cool here. You have everyone: Flash, Harlequin. I can't tell who that person is. I know some of these. These are like a mixture of some of the performers from the new Suicide Squad, and you got Diablo. This is pretty cool. At Mr. Nelson, and that's our good buddy Douglas Nelson. Thank you for this. Love it, man. Love it. Great stream. I hope you guys are having a good time, everybody. Yeah, that was pretty sick. That was pretty sick. Cyber Soldier says, do you think if Warner Brothers released the Air cut before the new movie, it would have helped? Yeah. I think that the person in charge was like really against that, where she said, hey, you got your Schneider cut, but that's it. Absolutely, that would have drawn a lot of attention. Because basically, I think a lot of the reason why Army of the Dead got a lot of attention was because the Schneider cut was just released like a month before, and I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but it got a lot of attention, and it got Schneider 2 more films out of that, a prequel and a sequel, I believe. Good for Schneider, man. And I'm just, but as far as filmmaking, I'm more of a David Ayer fan. As far as writing, I'm way more of a David Ayer fan. Training Day, End of Watch, Fury, Bright, The Tax Collector, Suicide Squad. I mean, come on. This guy gets it. The Matt Cave says, is Batman in any of the cuts of this new Suicide Squad? Haven't seen it yet, but very curious. In the new movie, I haven't gotten to the end, so I can't. So far from what I've seen, he's not in it. I think we would have already have heard about that. I did put up a video this week on the new Robert Rodriguez HBO Warner Brothers deal. And let me tell you, and then I said this in the video, and this is an inside source I got. 2 of the Robert Rodriguez projects that he's going to be working on with HBO Max, Warner Brothers, IPs. One of the projects that he's working on is with Ben Affleck. Check out that video. I got that from a great inside source. Okay, so let us go to our final story. And it's actually a story that was buried. And I kind of want to do a take on this. And so I want to cut it for a Slant News Flash. That's where I do a video for 5 minutes and get it out there to you. Sometimes I have an inside source and I let you know, or if it's a rumor, or if it's like trusted, those are up. Again, the Robert Rodriguez one is a trusted source, and that's a pretty cool video. So yeah, it would be epic if it were true. It is true. He is doing a project with Ben Affleck. It is for Warner Brothers. Rodriguez has gone on paper saying it is going to be an IP. I can't imagine what it would be. Hell yeah. And as a sober man, he's one of my sober heroes. The man is always trying to better himself. And I just, and I'm speaking of, let me just announce this right now. This Wednesday night show is going to be a special one, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be it's my birthday. 6 years of my sobriety, 6 years sober birthday. We are going to have special guests on. I'm working on one big Fandom one who's also sober, but who is a sober brother of mine in the program. The great singer from Santana, Andy Vargas, is going to come and be my guest. And we're going to talk about sobriety, men's health, men's issues, from men's suicide to obesity to alcoholism. We're going to get into it, but we're going to celebrate too, man, because he's got more years than I do. That's this Wednesday, a sober birthday party, 6 years of sobriety. And the lead singer of Santana is going to be with us. He's a sober brother as well, Andy Vargas. And man, mark your calendars. That is going to be a beautiful one, thank you, Steven. Talk about a beautiful guy. That guy is awesome. Steven Otten, great sponsor of the channel. Congratulations for 6 years. I better see you there, man. That's going to be a great one. That's awesome, Paulie. Well done. That's a celebration. Yes, the Mac Cave. You're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. We've helped out a couple brothers here in the Fandom too as well. And I'm working on a Fandom sober YouTuber that you guys probably know pretty well. Hopefully we can get him on. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you so much. Dude, Glinsner. Okay, let's run this story, and I'll do a fake intro and outro, meaning I'm gonna run the Latino Slant credits. It's just easier for me to edit. We'll clip it later on. You guys can be part of the celebration, part of this this video here. Are you saying Rey Skywalker was going to be Rey Skywalker? The Latino Slant presents Slant News Flash. Entertainment stories from around the world. Give us 5 minutos. We'll give you El Mundo. Paulie here on the Latino Slant. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I have a story for you. So in my relentless pursuit of research on actors and projects, I was doing some on Elise Gonzalez, a Mexican actress from movies such as Godzilla versus Kong, Baby Driver, Dusk Till Dawn, the TV show. She's getting ready to portray Maria Felix, a great Mexican actress from the 50s and 60s in Mexico. She's going to portray her in a biopic. I found this story here. This is from March. Did you know about this story? And how do you feel about it? Let's get into this story. From the playlist of March of 2021, Ilse Gonzalez made it pretty far in the Rey auditions process, thanks to her mom. Wow. According to the actress, even after a teen idol type career in Mexico, it is only because of her mom who took the initiative to land her a Star Wars audition that Gonzalez is where she is now. Yes, you read that right. Her mom landed her an audition for Star Wars The Force Awakens. In an interview with Collider, she explains how even without an agent, manager representation, her mother was able to snag an audition for the daughter for the film. And obviously the role eventually went to Daisy Ridley. She continued to say, I was like, okay, I'll do it. It's not going to happen. So then I did it. And it sounds very self-indulgent, but it really happened this way. I had a callback for Force Awakens. Then I really didn't know what I was auditioning for. And then I had another callback. And I was like, is this happening? Then, long story short, it turned out it was an audition for Star Wars The Force Awakens. I was completely clueless because, you know, they give you dummy sides. I didn't know what you didn't know what you were reading, she explained. Now all this information. But at the time, you can see, I think Daisy Ridley was cast out of nowhere. They like unknown people. So we were lucky to do that. Obviously, didn't book it, but went pretty far. And I was like, great, awesome. That was great. Moving back to Mexico, it didn't happen. That will be a great story for the rest of my life. People, I love this actress. And to hear that she got that far says to me, which is no big surprise at this point, that from the go, these people, Lucasfilm, KK, didn't know what they're doing. And what they wanted was they probably saw two opposite, completely different takes on that character. And they went with their agenda. Because you go with Ilse Gonzalez, that woman is going to bring you a sensuality, a Latina power and strength that would have made this story so different. I cannot imagine. It blows me away how different that movie would have been. And in making that portrayal different, it would have changed, I'm telling you, changed the directory of those three movies based on how that actress did her portrayal. I would love to get the audition tapes. I had never heard of this before. And the fact that this story has been around since March says to me that there was a little bit of digging and putting the story into the ground and bearing it for all to see. So Ilse Gonzalez says she made it pretty far in the audition for Rey. Rey, meaning king, would have loved to have seen in Spanish, would have loved to have seen this queen, Gonzalez, play Rey. She would have been amazing. And another notch against Lucasfilm and KK as far as their lack of vision and to get this story buried, because Gonzalez is an incredible actress. And I wish Daisy Ridley an incredible career, but you can see Gonzalez has had one as well. So there you have it. Check out more intro. Check out more Slant Newsflash here on the Latino Slant. We'll see you soon. Slant Newsflash was recorded at the Slant Studios. All information has been pre-approved by our Slantino staff of Chicanos, Cholos, homeboys, and homegirls. Keep your slant fuerte. All right. Haha, man, what a story, right? Jeez. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? How do you guys feel about that? And we'll wrap it up here, but would have been great. However, she would have had the same crappy script and would have been unliked by fans. So glad she didn't do it. Well, that's one take. And, we could say that, that, but who knows how her portrayal would have affected the script. That's all I'm saying. Because you have a strong woman who's also sensual and just brings a whole complete different take on that role. It changes the writing, guys. It does. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I would have loved to have seen that in here. Isn't that actress who played Ray having? Yeah, she is. She is, and that sucks because I think she's a decent actor. It's a huge what if. It's a huge what if. And did anyone know about this story? I mean, it's been around since March. Gonzalez is amazing and I care a lot. She's an actress on the rise. She has been. Oh, it's Rosa. Hey, look at you sneaking in on for a comment. Rosa, can you imagine her? Rosa, you know what I'm talking about. For this actor to play Rey would have completely changed Star Wars for the better. I truly believe, and I'm not it's not knocking Daisy. It's just it's a different onda. It's a different take. It's a different feel. Good point, Paulie. Performances affect a lot of play. It does, man. When you're in the moment and you're shooting stuff with actors and they're giving you something completely, oh yeah, shit. Then you not only do you like what they're doing on set, you go back and you start writing different stuff. Here, do that. But when these actors are together, it's like they didn't even know what to do with Oscar Isaac. They didn't know what to do with John Boyega. Got another movie recommendation. Hey, and that's another thing on the page, guys. Rosa was recently on the show with us, and we did 6 videos where we give you 6 recommendations of our favorite Latino films of 2021 so far. And I love the movie Plan B, the movie The Forever Purge. What was the other one that I really loved? Well, you see, the videos are on the channel. Oh, man. Yeah. Isa Gonzalez as Rey. What if? And it just really pisses me off that article has been around for a while and no one got it. No one grabbed it. Like no one talked about it. Was it buried? Was it another embarrassment for KK and Lucasfilm? Wait a minute. We're talking about timeline. Carano was fired in February, March, right? This came out in March. Oh yeah, they totally buried it. They totally buried it. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I want to thank all the new members of the channel. Wow. New channel members, the Matt Cave. Thank you, Matt Cave. Thank you so much for being here. The Force works in mysterious ways. He said deserves a great career. Yeah, you're right. Some great comments from the chat today. Wow. New members such as Cyber Soldier. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad I did this today. I'm so glad. Stalwart members such as Stephen Otten. I just love you guys, man. Dee Dee Myers. Let's play you guys one more thank you video, and then we'll get it. Let's do a little La Bamba for all the people that tipped, that have donated, that have become members today. It's for you. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you all. Some great comments in the chat. We've had some fantastic guests today. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday or Monday, wherever you may be. And have a great week. I will see you Wednesday night here live. I will have videos up all week long. And I think I'm out. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll take you out. If you check out for the credits, I'm gonna have to update the credits to show all our new members. That's pretty wild, man. Thank you to Culture Casino, Loki. We're gonna interview the Gilkman, the Gilkinator tomorrow. I'll have that up as well. Thank you to Jack of All Casuals, Angelus Draven, and our new members who came on. Maria, Daryl the Derelict, and everyone else, man. I'm out of here. Let's make it a good one, guys. We'll see you later.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant. Slant. All right, Paulie, let's go.